Hello and welcome to another channel in the Nightmare Bliss conglomeration of channels, the Nightmare Bliss Corporation here on YouTube, where I had a main channel for 6 years and I still have that channel. I am focusing almost exclusively on makeup and skincare on that channel, but now I have several other channels because of this little creature. This is my emotional support bat, Enid. She is a toy Xoloitzcuintle Quintlay, Mexican hairless. That is Prudence. She is an Italian Greyhound puppy. She is going to be a year old on July 5th. So this is Prudence. And her name is actually Dear Prudence. Be nice to your brother. And Casper is trying to come up here. Casper is the big brother. And he is also an Italian Greyhound, but he's a biggie Iggy. He is not a whippet. And he was born deaf. Hello, handsome. So he knows hand signals. The girls are playing. Welcome to It's My Dogs and Vlogs, another channel, because why not? Ow, somebody just bit me. Hey, that was me. Behave, don't bite mommy. Ow, they're wrestling and they, okay, watch oh, maybe that was nails. You're overdue for a nail trim. So hi. This is a weird channel where I am going to be throwing my dog stuff reviews because I get a lot of things from my dogs. I am a crazy dog person. I am also a dog trainer and I am a dog groomer by trade. That is my job. And Prudence is actually training now to do rally obedience. We're working on that. My dogs are very, very into doing sports and training and running, and we love doing all kinds of stuff. Prudence already has her star puppy and her tricks title. I am going to see if I can get Casper to get his CGC, Canine Good Citizen. So we like to really do a lot of stuff. We do a lot of things with our dogs. I have been into, I've been into dogs my whole life. I've always had dogs. Dogs were in our home when I was born, and I grew up with them. Had dogs my whole life. There's only a few years in my life that I didn't have dogs. And it was only because I was in my 20s and I was crazy. And I had a couple of cats as pets with my roommates. And we had cats and they were awesome and they were rescues. One of them was a stray that actually it wandered into our apartment and then just stayed. We're like, okay then. So yeah, I love animals though. I also have a couple of rescued guinea pigs. I adopted them back in 2020. Love them. Listen, Linda, what are you doing over here? She's trying to go under. She's under the covers. And I also have another dog named Lydia. She is inside the house right now. I am out in our guest house / studio. Lydia's inside, and Lydia is a Shih Tzu mix puppy that I adopted because she was born with no eyes. On Instagram, she's no eyes, no problem, Lydia. You would never know any. Everybody always says, oh, she's got no eyes. And I'm like, that dog has never known a bad day in her life. She is something. She is I always say she's the happiest dog in the world. She was recently diagnosed this year with Cushing's disease. She's 10 years old. So that's something we're dealing with. She's on medication. We go in for regular checkups for her blood work. And that's about Lydia. You'll see Lydia soon. I will probably do an update and about her Cushing's on here because I've just experienced some weird stuff with it. And so why this channel? Well, I have 15 years, 15 or 16, I don't know. I'm going on 16, I think, experience as a dog groomer. I have my own salon. I have a private salon and I am a dog trainer. Yes, I know how to train dogs. I do all positive reinforcement training. I will do private lessons, but I am not currently doing a lot of dog training. I'm working with my dogs. Working with a dog that was born with no eyes and a dog that is deaf is always interesting. It's fun. Casper is not my first deaf dog. I had a deaf Chinese crested named Aurora years ago. She got her therapy dog certificate, and we used to go visit hospitals and nursing homes and things like that. I had 3 therapy dogs in the past. And my husband and I had been foster rescuing and volunteering with rescue since 2001. So we've been very involved with all that. I was president of the Italian Greyhound Club of Michigan for 2 years. I was very active in that and the Italian Greyhound breed when I lived in Michigan. Now I moved out here. I've had Italian Greyhounds for 25 years now. Over 25 years. 25 years, March 26th was my first Italian Greyhound in 2001. So yeah, 25 years with Italian Greyhounds. I've never been without them. I do have tattoos of my dogs all over me. This is Cairo. This is Tippy Toes. They were two of my first fosters that were also foster fails. They were had severe issues and health problems and challenges and things. That's a story for another time. But yeah, I have my Chinese crested voodoo is tattooed on my whole arm right here. I have Italian Greyhounds around the bottoms of both of my legs, my right and my left lower legs. I have them going around on the sides of my legs, one going around it. I cannot have enough tattoos of dogs. I always say I would love to get tattoos of every dog I've ever had, but I'm running out of body space. Anyway, welcome to a place where I can talk about my dogs and review all my dog stuff that I buy and take you on adventures with my dogs when we go to dog shows, when we go to competitions, when I take Prudence to things, we go on road trips. A lot of times I do vlogs with my dogs going to and from the vet appointments and things like that. So that was all on my main channel. And my main channel is just so, look, I hate to say gunked up, but my main channel was so gunked up with vlogs and then candle reviews and then tasting food and beverages and then opening clothes and then doing makeup and then doing more food and then doing more dog stuff, unboxing stuff for my house, home fragrances, blah, blah, blah. Well, now I have a whole bunch of channels. They're all listed below. So whatever you like that I talk about on my main channel for the past 6 years will now have its own designated channel. This is my dogs and vlogs. There are people who love my vlogs. They listen to the whole things. They put them on while they're cleaning house because I'm yappy and I just talk about my life. I have a very weird, very interesting life. I'm not trying to oversell it. I mean, I really do. I couldn't make this shit up. I have a weird life. I am a former rock star, non-famous rock star, musician from Detroit. And somehow 19 years ago, I ended up living on a mountain in the middle of nowhere in the Poconos, out in a very rural area on an acre of land where I now have chickens and ducks. When I used to live in the Cass Corridor in Detroit and open for bands like Thrill Kill Cult and go to clubs and had a wild nightlife, met a lot of bands, hung out with a lot of people, met lots of people over the years. I should write a book someday, but it's been a wild and crazy ride. And now I'm in this point in my life where I just kind of live, I don't want to say I'm off the grid, but I'm as off the grid as I really want to be. When I go into town to go shopping, it's like 25 minutes, there, 25 minutes back. There is nothing big around me. There are no big towns. The nearest large cities are 2 to 3 hours away. So that's what I mean by middle of nowhere. I'm not technically middle of nowhere. What I mean is Philadelphia, about 3 hours away. New York City, about 2 hours away. And then we have Scranton and Allentown. Scranton is over an hour, and Allentown is about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes on a bad day. So yeah, I just live in this little rural area. So anyway, here we are. And I am doing a very long introduction to do a very short video. On my main channel, I have opened a lot of things from the Foggy Dog. They are one of my favorite brands. The Foggy Dog is so named because they are from San Francisco. So San Francisco, fog, get it? Foggy Dog, okay. Cute. I love their packaging because this is, I don't want to dox myself, but here's the shipping label. This is the package it was mailed in. It's all paper. It's completely recyclable. I am very, very earth-friendly, recycling. I try not to, I hate superfluous packaging. I hate it so bad. I hate plastic packaging that you just have to all throw away. It just bugs me. So I've been ordering the Foggy Dog for a while. I discovered them on Instagram. It is one of those Instagram made me buy it things, and I thought that was just going to rip. I think I did it wrong. Okay, wait. There we go. Alexa's telling me that I have to put my chickens inside. So they have a Memorial Day sale going on, so I grabbed just a few things. Now, my main channel, I have a lot of videos of opening things for my dogs. I'm probably going to migrate those videos over here one at a time. Just, it's going to take a lot of like downloading them, bringing them over here, uploading them over here, blah, blah, blah. But I plan on doing that in the future. I'm going to do that with all of my new channels. Again, all my channels are below. I have a booktube. I have a gardening and home channel because I'm a master gardener. I have my main channel where I am focusing on makeup again. We're sticking to the makeup on the main channel because that's what it's for. I know everybody's been so, if you're here from my main channel, you've been so supportive watching all of my craziest and day by day, never knowing what the hell I'm going to upload. Now you don't have to wonder. Go over there, watch the makeup. Come over here, watch dogs and vlogs. If you're a cat person, you are more than welcome. I do not dislike cats. My husband is deathly allergic. I desperately want cats. I can't have them unless I want him in the hospital, and I do not. Oh, how badly do I want Sphinx cats and a Siamese? I want a Rex and a yeah. Anyway, don't get me started. I love cats. I really do. So with over a certain amount, you get a bag. You get like a little cloth bag to stow your gear in. I like these because when I travel, I always put their leashes and collars and different things in here. Potty bags. I keep all the dog stuff in here when I travel. That way when we go places. And you know, I should really embroider these with all their names because I have so many of these. Now I could do Casper, Enid, Prudence, and Lydia. And they could each have their own. So when we go places, I could put their stuff in them. So this says, pet all the puppies. Must pet this one and that one and this one and... So I like these little bags they send you. They're really cute, and I do use them. I have kept all of them that I have. I have them together with my travel stuff. So they had a Memorial Day sale, and I didn't need to get a lot. So this is a very tiny, 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 tiny little thing from the Foggy Dog. What they really specialize in that I love is they make really gorgeous collars, and they make what's called lady bows. They have lady bows, and then they have little bow ties for the boy dogs. You can get them in all different sizes. I got 3 new bows because once you get like one of their main collars, you can get different bows to change out through the season. Highly recommend. That way you don't need to buy like 10 different okay. If you're really neurotic, you could say, I want every single one of the bows to match the collar. But what I did was I bought a Tiffany blue collar for Enid because she's got the Tiffany blue bow and collar. And Prudence has one that is bright red. And then we have another one as well that's like a floral one. But I wanted to get some spring and summery kind of things, mostly summer bows. So I got 3 more bows to go on the collars that I already have. So I looked at like Enid has the Tiffany blue collar. I'm going to drop a picture up here. And I loved this design on here. So this is, which one is this? I think this is Jardin Lady Dog Bow Small. Since I have the Italian Greyhounds, I get the small. These also come in a large size. So if you have a bigger dog, you can get the larger size. And like I said, they have sizes for everybody. Enid is only, she's tiny. Her paw is the size of my thumb. She's very little. So the collars, the smallest collars actually fit her perfectly, and she still has room. So this is an Enid bow, and here's the design on it. It has hydrangeas. I think, no. Oh, no, this isn't that. Oh, they have a hydrangea one. I didn't get the hydrangea. This is, what are these? They look like forget-me-nots. I think, I'm a master gardener. I'm like, what are these? I think they're they look a lot like forget-me-nots. So this on the Tiffany blue velvet collar will look really pretty. So she'll have the solid blue collar and then this bow to switch out. Because I've never switched out the bow before, but these have these little things on the back, the little elastic things, and you could just slip the collar through the bow like this. Put the collar through here. These things don't move. They don't bother my dogs. They're really, really, really well made. So that one, I'm trying to remember how much these guys were on sale. I very much recommend, if you would like to try the Foggy Dog, I do not have a code or anything like that. I bought all of this stuff. But if you would like to try the Foggy Dog, I would say sign up for like emails or something, because they have sales like every holiday usually. I mean, really, like, is it on here? I'm trying to find. Did you guys hear that sigh? Oh my God. The biggest sigh in the world. The Foggy Dog. Here it is. Okay, so my bows were $19.55 each, and you're going, that's a lot. Well, two of the bows, the blue one, this one was $19.55 and it was on sale. So I think they're like $25 or something for these. They are not cheap, but it's a boutique type of place, and it's not like a big mass-produced place. I always say on every one of my channels, I like to support small companies. Also, the other reason I like the Foggy Dog, a couple of reasons. They donate, every purchase you make, they donate back to rescue dogs, a portion. So a portion of it goes to feed other rescue dogs, which I am a big supporter of. So this is the Take a Bow Lady Boat, and this is small. And this one was on sale for $15.30. So I got this one for Prudence because she has a red velvet collar. So this is going to go on her red velvet collar. So I can take the red velvet bow off, put this on. I will say if you get the velvet bows from them, they're much heavier. They're really thick. They're pretty heavy. These are a lot lighter. They're nice for summer. So I think these will look really cute on them. And like I said, I'll try to drop pictures in up here so you can see what I'm talking about, because I did not bring the collars out with me. And this is the other one I got for Prudence. Although what I like about this, it can go on either one of them. This is the Garden Party Lady Dog Bow. And it has all kinds of different little flowers on it. Looks like a little ranunculus right there. Poppies. I'm trying to name all the flowers. I don't think you care. Anyway, here it is. So this is Garden Party. And this one is for both of them. So I got one for each. This one, just depending on whoever wants to wear it, the blue will go with Enid's and the red will go with Prudence's. So I highly recommend, like, if there's collars you like, or get a color that will go with everything. If you don't hate like yellow or anything like that, yellow might go with everything. There's a lot of blues. So what I did was when the bows went on sale, I just looked at all the bows that had blue in them to get Enid a couple other ones. This is the last thing I got, and I gotta tell you, I bought a lot of dog toys in the last 25 years. Way too many. My husband says I could open a pet store and just sell dog toys. But the Foggy Dog's dog toys, I don't know what it is about them. They are like crack for dogs. I sent one as a gift to Walter and Otis, who belong to Peter Mon. And Peter actually said, I don't know what it is about those toys, but they love them. I sent them the Christmas box set. They're like little Christmas cookies. My dogs consistently go and pick up the Foggy Dog's toys more than any other ones. I got Prudence the hot cocoa dog toy for Christmas. It's her favorite. She drags that toy all over the house all the time. So her birthday is coming up on July 5th. So I got her the interactive snuffle dog toy designed in San Francisco. And it has a removable squeaky ball, and it's a cupcake. Very cute. But her birthday's coming up, and they were out of the one I wanted to get her. That was like the little birthday thingy. So they can play with this, and then the ball comes out. But the nice thing about these is they're interactive, so you can put treats in here. You hide some treats in the bottom. Then you put the ball back in there. I'm trying not to squeak it because they're all sleeping right now. So you put the ball back in. Let me tell you, as a dog trainer, you want to do as many snuffle mats, snuffle toys, hide their food, make them work for their food. It's the best thing you can do. It's in their DNA to hunt for food. If you have a dog that's always getting into things, and one of my friends said, she's always busy. She's always busy. One of her poodles that I groom, she said, she's always, well, Oliver, oh my God, her standard poodle, Oliver, it's like, he's got to be into everything. He's into everything. He's like, what's that? What's that? She's like, his head's always like in something, like, what's this? What can I do with it? Give dogs like that interactive toys where they have to hunt for the food and look for it. Here's why. Did you know 10 minutes of sniffing equals the same enrichment for your dog as a 1-hour walk? And I don't mean just like sniffing around your house. I mean doing actual scent work where you hide treats inside interactive toys. I have those games for my dogs that Prudence and Casper are great at them. They learned them like instantly. They didn't even have to think about it. My dogs are geniuses. But you know the puzzle games where there's like little slidey things and you have to put the treats in and they have to move them around and find them? Highly, highly recommend. The greatest thing is Nina Osmondson, I can never say her name. That used to be the only ones you could buy back in the day. I'm talking like 10, 15, 20 years ago. And they were ridiculously expensive because they were all made out of wood and they were really expensive and fancy. Now, look, in the advent of consumerism and Amazon, there's good things and bad things. One of the great things is you look up interactive dog toys on Amazon, have a field day. Oh my God. Amazon, yes, I know, problematic. But for those of us who live in the middle of nowhere, we don't have dog boutiques out here. We don't have a bunch of stuff like that. That's why I try to buy things on boutiques like the Foggy Dog. I would much rather, yes, it's more expensive, but I love supporting the Foggy Dog because I know part of the money goes back to rescue. Anyway, get those mazes, the little maze puzzle toys where they have to like move things around and the treats are hidden, or you could just get a snuffle mat. Snuffle mats you can usually get for like 15 to 20 bucks. Some of them are as cheap as 11. If you go on Amazon, look up Snuffle Mat, SNUFFLE mat. You're welcome. And you don't even need to use treats in it. Put their kibble in it, and that's how you feed them. Instead of a dog bowl, you put their kibble in a snuffle mat. It gives them something to do, and this is also why it taps into your dog's natural foraging instinct. When your dogs are outside, they're sniffing the grass. They're looking around. They're looking for stuff. They're rooting around. If you can't get them out, even if you do get them out and you walk them a lot, when they're in your house, give them things to forage for. Give them things to engage them, especially rainy days. These guys drive me nuts. We had like 4 days in a row of rain. They were like little kids who were trapped inside, who couldn't go out and play. They were driving me crazy. I started getting out all the snuffle mats, and I started getting out all the puzzle toys. And that gives them something to do. You can also do Kongs. There's things called topples. I'm going to be showing all this stuff on my channel. I've never really shown all of my stuff that my dogs get and all the enrichment toys I do and all the training I do. I have an entire training area. I have a gym for my dogs. Don't laugh. Prudence is very into sports. Casper had a knee surgery and he's going to have a second knee surgery. So I do rehab with them. So we have to do physical rehab stuff. I have so many fun things for them. My dogs have very, very enriched lives. Scent work stimulates the nose and brain, releases energy, reduces stress, and manages boredom. Crinkle and Squeaker also provide auditory stimulation. Enriching play. Our line of interactive dog toys provides deeper engagement through nose work. Hide favorite treats in the treat pockets to not only entertain but also mentally stimulate your pup. Care. Machine wash in cold water, air dry. So yeah, I love their toys. I mean, they have so many different ones that are interactive. And you might look at them and go, they're kind of expensive. But you know what? Look how many are sold out. That always tells me how good something is. I mean, most of their toys sold out. During the sale, listen, I was really disappointed. There were so many toys. I wanted to get them during the sale, all sold out. But anyway, Foggy Dog, love them, can highly recommend. This is probably like my 6th order from them. I don't know, 5, 6, I don't know, losing count. We'll see when I bring all the videos over here. But thank you for stopping by my new channel. There will be vlogs over here as well. I'm still going to do some on my main channel. Don't worry if you're from there. I will still do some vlogs on my main channel occasionally, but they're going to be maybe 2 of them a month instead of like all the time like I've been doing. Mostly going to be over here. And half the time in my vlogs, I'm talking about my dogs anyway. So yeah, if you are a dog mom, a dog dad, a dog family, or just an animal lover, or just like to learn things about dogs, I will probably eventually do an AMA and Ask Me Anything over here. I've had therapy dogs. I've done rescue with puppy mill dogs. That is my specialty, is rehabilitating dogs that are extremely fearful and scared. That's what I specialize in. So I probably in the future will be doing Q&A, ask me anythings. I'm going to do some tips and tricks for dog grooming because one thing I've learned as a dog groomer and a trainer, a lot of dog groomers, if they're watching, oh my God, they're going to hate me. When you're a dog groomer, you really don't learn anything about how dogs think and how to work with them. I always ended up, when I worked in a salon that was not my own, they gave me all the red dogs. A red dog is a dog that is bitey, scared, and will attack you and mercilessly freak out and go nuts when you try to groom them. Those are the dogs that I would get. Pretty much my entire clientele was red dogs, red X's, highlighted names like, ooh, bites, bites, bites. Because I'm a dog trainer, I know how to work with fearful dogs. And people go, well, my dog hates this. They hate that. It's like, yeah, you know what? Listen, my dogs hate shit too. Okay. They do. Lydia, born with no eyes. I started bathing her and grooming her when she was a puppy. When I got her at like 10 or 12 weeks old, I started bathing her. To this day, she still hates the water. She's 10 years old. She hates it. I've never gotten her used to it. I try everything. Sometimes they're like people. They just like what they like and they don't like what they don't like. But yeah, you guys will probably see my grooming salon over here, which I've never really shown on my main channel. In the future, I may do that. This is not going to be a dog grooming channel. Don't come here for that. That is my day job. I like to keep that separate from YouTube. But one thing that I love doing on dogs is I am an obsessive nail trimmer with dogs. I love trimming nails. I love doing their nails. I think it's because I used to do manicures on people. I don't know. I used to be a nail tech. I love doing doggy nails. So I have a lot of tips and tricks for dogs that do not like getting their nails done. A lot of it's trial and error. Again, they're like people. Everybody is different. There are never two dogs that are exactly the same. Some of them will not mind, and then you get to the last nail, and then they freak out. Some of them, they don't mind if you do their back feet. You get to their front legs, oh, hell no. So this kind of what this channel is going to be is just a catch-all for all the things I do with dogs, from sports to dressing them up. Not very often, but they do have clothes because I live in Northeast Pennsylvania and I have a hairless dog and 2 Italian Greyhounds. Do not come for me. They also have sun suits. I will show you all their sun suit and my sun care that I do for them in the summer because that's very important. It's becoming a huge problem. I don't want to get sad. Some of you from my main channel, you know, we lost Eliza last year, who is a puppy mill rescue Italian Greyhound, who had a very, very difficult start to life, and she did not have a long enough life with us. She ended up fighting 3 different kinds of cancer, and we battled it out. We had to let her go last September, but one of the things that she had was hemangiosarcoma. Any kind of sarcomas, things like that, you really have to watch dogs in the sun. Do not let them just lay in the sun and bake nonstop, especially if you have a hairless dog or an Italian Greyhound. The Italian Greyhounds are very susceptible to melanoma type problems. So I have dog sunscreen. I have sunscreens that I like that are approved for dogs. I have sun suits that have SPF in, they're SPF 50 sun suits. Things like that. So you'll see some of that as well. If there's anything you really want to see on here, you want to know about or anything, just throw it in the comments. And welcome to my dogs and vlogs. Check out all my other channels below. I do all kinds of crap. And I'm tired of having it all on one channel, so we're splitting it all up. And my BookTube channel, I will be talking about dog books, but it's going to be a crossover with this. After 25 years, I have a huge library of dog books. So I will be sharing some of those on here too. Some of my favorite training books, favorite authors. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. And welcome.